Hi guys, my name is Angeline D. Mulato and I will be your first reporter about the lesson 6, which is understanding staffing, recruitment, selection, and training. So by the end of this lesson, we are hoping that you all guys will understand what is staffing, recruitment, selection, and training. When in search for a new job or careers, you may find yourself wondering, what is staffing? After all, staffing and recruitment companies help job seekers find fulfilling careers every day. But what is staffing exactly? The staffing process is the function of employee recruitment, screening, and selection performed within an organization or business to fill job openings. Basically, the purpose of staffing is to simultaneously help a job seeker find a job and find a qualified candidate for an open position for a company. Employees turnover, or the numbers of workers who leave an organization and are replaced by new employees, is costly for employers, especially if these companies do not have an established staffing system to keep up with the high turnover. If a company doesn't have the human resources capabilities to handle high turnovers, this is where the staffing and recruitment industry comes in. Staffing and management has slightly different in definition. In management, the meaning of staffing is an operation of recruiting employees by evaluating their skills, knowledge, and then offering them specific job roles accordingly. Staffing and management has less to do with staffing and recruitment companies and more to do with internal hiring practices. Staffing and HRM, or human resource management, is a function of employee recruitment, screening, and selection performed within a business to fill job openings. This corresponds to directing and management because staffing is a leadership function. Training and staffing and solid HRM practices can mold a company's workforce into a committed and motivated team capable of achieving business objectives. Recruitment. So what is recruitment? Recruitment is the process of finding people to work for a company or become a new member of an organization. It is a positive process of searching for prospective employees and stimulating them to apply for the job in an organization or a company. This simply means that you are searching for the perfectly fit person for that position and you are encouraging them to apply in your company. Selection. Selection is the process of choosing the most suitable candidate for the vacant position in an organization. In other words, selection means weeding out unsuitable applicants and selecting those individuals who prerequisite qualification and capabilities to fill the job. So selection simply means that it is choosing of a few from those who apply. It is picking up of applicants and candidates with requisite qualification and qualities to fill jobs in the organization or company. Training. According to Ricky W. Griffin, training usually refers to the teaching operational or technical employees how to do the job for which they were hired. In addition with that, training is the process of enhancing the skills, capabilities, and knowledge of employees for doing a particular job. The training process molds the thinking of employees and leads to quality performance of employees. It is continuous and never-ending nature. Reasons why staffing is important. We have 6 reasons why staffing is important. The first one is facilitate control. The next one is optimum utilization of human resources. The next one is long-term implications, efficiency, motivation, and support to other functions. Now, let's discuss what facilitate control is. Facilitate control is important because well-trained staff who works according to plan helps achieve the company's goal. They help those managers in controlling various organizational functions. The next one is optimum utilization of human resources. Optimum utilization of human resources is really important because the wage bill of big concerns is quite high. Also, a huge amount is spent on recruitment, selection, training, and development of employees. To get the optimum output, the staffing function should be performed in an efficient manner. Long-term implication is important because the investment in human resources has long-term effect. That is why it's really important to think before making a big decision because it is a crucial one for the efficiency of the staff in the organization. Efficiency. Since staffing is doing its work by helping to place the right person to the right position, this helps the company or the organization to increase its efficiency. Motivation. In an organization, the behavior of individuals is influenced by various factors which are involved such as education level, needs, sociocultural factors, and many more. Therefore, the human aspect of the organization have become very important and so that the workers can also be motivated by financial and non-financial incentives in order to perform their functions properly in achieving the objectives. Support of other functions. For the efficiency performance of other functions of management, staffing is its key. Since if an organization does not have the competent personnel, then it cannot perform the function of management like planning, organizing, and control function properly. Strategic staffing. According to the book Strategic Staffing, a comprehensive system for effective workforce planning, second edition by Thomas P. Bechet, is a process that the organization uses to identify and address the staffing implication for their business strategies and plan. And now let's proceed to several steps of selection process. And these are preliminary interview, receiving application, screening of application, employment test, interview, reference checking, medical examination, and last, final selection. The selection process typically begins with a preliminary interview. The next step is that selection process may involve having prospective employee complete an application for employment. This may be brief as a requiring only an applicant's name, address, and telephone number. In general terms, the application form gives a job performance-related synopsis of applicant's life, skills, and accomplishments. Application forms are a good way to quickly collect verifiable and fairly accurate historical data from the candidate. The next step is screening of applicants. The selection process often begins with initial screening of applicants to remove individuals who obviously do not meet the position's requirements. At this stage, a few straightforward questions are asked. An applicant may obviously be unqualified to fill the advertised position, but be well qualified to work in other open positions. The purpose of screening is to decrease the number of applicants being considered for selection. Employment test is the next step. Personal testing is a valuable way to measure individuals' characteristics. Hundreds of tests have been developed to measure various dimensions of behavior. The test measures mental abilities, knowledge, physical abilities, personality, interest, temperament, and other attitudes and behaviors. Evidence suggests that the use of tests is becoming more prevalent for assessing an applicant's qualification and potentials for success. Tests are used more in the public sectors than in private sectors and in medium-sized and large companies than small companies. Large organizations are likely to have trained specialists to run their testing programs. The next step is job interview. An interview is a goal-oriented conversation in which the interviewer and applicants exchange information. The employment interview is especially significant because the applicant who reach this stage are considered to be the most promising candidate. Reference checking or background investigation. Background investigation is intended to verify the information on the application form is correct and accurate. This step is used to check the accuracy of application form through former employers and references. Verification and education and legal status to work, credit history, and criminal records are also made. Personal reference checks may provide additional insight into the information furnished by the applicant and allow verification of its accuracy. Now, we are down to our second to the last step, and that is medical or physical examination. After the decision has been made to extend a job offer, the next phase of the selection process involves completion of medical or physical examination. This is an examination to determine an applicant's physical fitness for essential job performance. Typically, a job offer is contingent on successfully pass this examination. The last but not the least step is permanent job offer. Individuals who perform successfully in the preceding step are now considered eligible to receive the employment offer. The actual hiring decision should be made by the manager in the department where the vacancy exists. Significance of selection. The company should follow a proper selection procedure as a huge amount of money is invested in selecting the right candidate for the job. The cost incurred in the training and induction program is too high that the wrong selection could lead to huge loss to the employers in terms of time, effort, and money. Importance of a strong recruitment process. Strong recruitment process makes it possible to build a big pool for talented players in a tight job market and minimize the time involved in finding candidates and filling roles for present and future requirements of the company. Employees are the lifeblood of companies, so finding and attracting the best candidate possible is of utmost importance. A poor recruitment effort can result in unfilled jobs and a loss of revenue, while successful recruitment will bring in the right candidate on a timely basis, ensuring a business is able to continue to move forward. Also, in competitive hiring market, employee retention can be tricky, but an effective recruitment strategy can minimize risk by ensuring the right people and hired into the right roles. What is a recruitment process? Recruitment process is the way to attract and find potential manpower to fill up the vacant post in the company. HR recruitment process helps to hire candidates based on the ability to work and attitude, which is essential for accomplishment of organization's goal. The recruitment process involves finding the candidate with the best skills, experience, and personality to fit the job. It requires a series of collecting and interviewing resumes and conducting jobs interview and finally selecting and onboarding an employees to start working for the organization. Steps in recruitment process. First is identify the recruitment needs through job analysis. Second is recruitment or manpower planning. Third is writing or creating a right job description. Fourth is advertise for open job vacancy. And the fifth stage or fifth process is screening of job applicants.